Brace yourself. Higher gas prices are likely coming after the price for a barrel of oil hit a mark we haven't seen since 2014. And the longer Russia continues this invasion of Ukraine, the worse things may get. Now, to combat all of this, the president announced during the State of the Union last night, along with our European partners, 60 million barrels of oil would be released from the strategic reserves, and more could be released if this crisis continues. The U.S. benchmark price for a gallon of crude oil hit $110 a barrel. That's, as I said, the highest since 2014, and that price may go up. The first thing you have to understand is oil is part of an interconnected global market. Supply shocks in one part of the world can impact prices all over the world. Several countries are oil producing. Russia is the number 2 producer of crude oil, only second to the United States. And yes, because of these sanctions, there are fears that Russian oil will not be available on the world market at the level we're used to. And that's scaring people, driving up prices, along with all of the pandemic supply problems we've been seeing over the last few months. But in the scheme of things, the United States doesn't get that much of our oil from Russia to begin with. According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, the United States gets the bulk of its crude oil import from Canada by a long shot. We import from about 25 different countries. These are the top 5. You can see in the last half of 2021, Russia fell into the number 4 spot. But when you add in all those other countries not on this list, Russia really only accounted for about 4% of our crude oil import in the last half of 2021. So far, Russian oil imports are so small, and the United States is the top crude oil producer, pumping out about 12 million barrels a day. Why are gas prices going up, and why do we need to import at all? Well, there are several reasons, but one of the biggest is Americans consume a lot of gasoline. We consume more than we can produce, and it's been that way since the 1960s. So far, the United States and our European partners have not yet sanctioned Russian oil because, though they're a small source of our oil imports, they're a major supplier of oil for Europe. And the fear is Russia may cut off its oil export supply as retaliation for these sanctions. And if you were paying attention at the beginning of this video, you'll remember me saying supply shocks in one part of the world can impact prices all over the world. That said, the White House and European leaders are leaving the door open to, yes, sanctioning Russian oil if Vladimir Putin continues his invasion of Ukraine.